Hi and welcome back to Everybody's Garage. I'm hoping this video finds you all in a great place. You know, we just got done celebrating Christmas. Well, that's what I celebrated. So any of your holidays you celebrate, I'm wishing you had the best of them and spend some time with family and all that. That's really what it's all about. But anyway, what we got going on here today, we had a little bit of a lull in between Christmas and New Year's and whatnot, and I figured I'd drag this whole thing out. What we have today, we got a 2004 Murray. Let me show you you can probably barely see it, but it's got a 2004 build date on it. I'd mentioned this mower earlier in the summer. One of my neighbors, I'd done some work for her and everything. This mower was sitting on the next street over, and the people were moving, and they threw this out in a junk pile and everything. She alerted me that it was out there, so I immediately went and got it. This mower, it technically isn't worth fixing, but I want to give it my magic. I gotta give it a shot. This mower's got multiple strikes against it. So, for one, it is a self-propelled mower, but if you notice, both front wheels are lock solid. They will not move. First thing I did when I got it home, hit the thing, the bail cable immediately snapped, which that's no surprise. But also we have, this is a deal where you drop the handle down and you do your self-propel, and it's not doing anything right now. It only moves part way. Don't know if the cable's bad, don't know if the transmission's bad or whatever. But we have some, maybe kind of hard to see, we got a lot of dentage going on here. This is caused from hitting things in the yard, rocks or whatnot. It actually bulged the deck out in several spots. It's more in the front and everything. So, anyway, I went to the pile and, I saw this thing after she alerted me. I grabbed it immediately. First thing I noticed is the wheels weren't turning. But anyway, when I pick these mowers up, I'll normally grab it from right here on one side, and then I'll take my hand on the other side, grab onto the engine, and lift it up, in order to put it in the trunk of the Focus. But this one here, what went on, when I went to lift the engine, well, I don't know if you can see that. The engine's about ready to fall off of this thing. So we got, there's literally one bolt holding this engine on. So, anyway, so we have the dents underneath of it and everything. As you can see, our blade is pretty much wiped out. On the side of this mower for a 2004 is not bad. I mean, it's dented up some and everything. I think it's savable. So, yeah, that blade, it smacked so far up between that and the motor. It's just hitting and everything, which that's no big deal. So, anyway, we have one bolt broken. The other one, as you can see, the whole, it's kind of hard to see it, but yeah, there we go. Yeah, the block's actually broken. So this deck, you're gonna see a large plastic spacer here. This deck was originally designed for a stub shaft engine, which would be the short shaft one. But where they made this one a self-propel, they put that spacer there. That way we could put a you put your blade adapter, and then there's a pulley up on top of there. So that way they could put the longer shaft engine on there to get your self-propel. So we got to get that engine off. I am not going to try and save this engine, but what I will do, if possible, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the externals off of this engine, put them onto another one, and we'll try with that. But yeah, it's like I said, everything is locked up solid in the self-propel. This is actually one of the original wheels. Got a lot of slop in it, but it is what it is. But anyway, so this mower, being a 2004, is obviously 20 years old. We got 2025 coming up next week. Is this mower gonna live to see 21, or are we gonna throw it over there in the scrap pile with some of the others? I don't know. So that remains to be decided. So anyway, I'm gonna put this thing in the garage for right now. I'm gonna fire up the heater. First thing we're gonna do is take this engine off and get this deck up on a stand, and we're gonna see if we can't do something with this self-propel system. Because if we can't fix that, obviously it's junk. But you know, we're gonna make it our best attempt here to cure this thing and go from there with it. So we'll be back in a second. All right, so we're in a garage. Got the heater going a little bit. It's not bad at all in here. Anyway, so what we got going on, I went ahead and clipped the cable off of the bail cable. You want to hold on to this, the plastic part of it. It's called the conduit, and we can actually measure that at a, you know, at a later date. All right, the thing with the model number is gone. Okay, I cannot get anything off of that, so that's all well and good. We can measure the conduit off of that thing, and here is your pull starter. It's called a pigtail. The piece that actually measures it out, and you can go ahead and get rid of that. So now we have one engine ready to pull. So I'm gonna set you over here for a second. And let's go ahead and get the blade off of this thing, and we'll go from there with that. So you want your for your blade bolt, it's gonna be a 9/16. Of course, no, I can't get to it, right? Alright, we're gonna crank it right up. I remember one of the last videos I did, I cranked this thing down some. Alright. We had one blade ready to go. Bent as it can be. And we have one actual mounting bolt. Hopefully we can looks as if somebody may have, that's a 9/16, huh? Alright, well, we'll try that. Something tells me this isn't gonna work, but whatever, we'll try it out. Try anything once, right? Okay. That should be the only bolt holding this thing on there. Yep. There's your belt. There you go. So we're gonna have to clamp some vice grips onto that piece of broken block. Get that part out of there and everything, and then we'll be up next. We'll get this deck up on a stand and start tearing into the self-propel so we'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, so we got this deck up on a stand. We got the motor off of it and everything. We got to tackle these front wheels. As I mentioned in the previous video, they are locked and they are not moving whatsoever. So we're gonna see what we can do to get these things off of here and see what's going on with it. I'm gonna sit right here. There we go. So first off, we're gonna go ahead and bang the nuts off of them. They're a 9/16 nut holding it to the axle. There's that one. Here, grab this one while we're at it. All right. See what we got here. So we're gonna try and give this wheel a couple love taps. See if we can't get this slide out of there. Of course it's not gonna. Hey, there we go. What do we got going on here? All right, it's actually sliding off. Oh. Okay. Okay, well, that's a little different. I wasn't expecting this. I was ready to get a steel shim that was rotted in place and everything. You notice we got the hex deal on the wheel itself. And we got another hex on the axle. So we may be able to actually get that off of there with some channel locks. What? That's actually well, it's moving. Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, so that did come out of there. I was ready for a steel shim on this thing that was rotted right to the axle and everything. This is like the old Craftsman setup here. Huh. All right, what do we got going on with the axle? Oh, we got the old E-clip, C-clip, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure that's seized right up, but all right, well, we can worry about that after. Let me try and get this other wheel. See if that'll pop off of there. Shim out of there. Yeah, she's rusted up pretty good, but awesome. All right. So now this has got me wondering. That's a Craftsman style wheel with that hex thing. And then we got the E-clip, which I'm guessing this thing's gonna have that little dropout pin there, which would be an MTD style. So did Murray invent this? I mean, I'm thinking back this far, Murray was still their own company. I don't think they were sold out yet, so I don't know. But I don't know. We'll have to investigate that a little bit. Not that it really matters or anything, but E-clip is coming out. Alright, well, I gotta find a different screwdriver, but we do have the E-clip coming out of there. I gotta find a bigger screwdriver. We have to soak these things down. These are guaranteed, these are rusted up solid and everything, but, you know, here's our other side. Axle shafts got full of rust and everything, but this thing here is, she's froze up solid, but that's all right. All right, we're not dead in the water just yet. So that's always a good thing, but give me a second, I'll be back. Well, guys, I hate to end a video like this, but unfortunately, we're gonna be pulling a plug on this one. It's turned out to be a little more than I expected, and it's just not. So, anyway, you'll see I got a vice grip holding the axle. I was able to get one of the gears off. It is a fixed gear. You got your little pin on the axle right there. This is the better of the two sides. The only thing I have here to use is my little propane torch. So that took quite a while to get that off, which I do have multiple friends in town with oxygen, acetylene, and everything. I could go to one of their shops and get this done far easier, but right now what's going on, both bearings are frozen. They're just rusted solid, they're locked up. I mean, I was on this side here, I had a pipe wrench on this gear trying to get this bearing just to break free so we can spin it. It's not moving. So basically what we'd have to do, we're gonna have to heat this gear up red hot, get this off of there, heat the bearing up red hot, get that off of there, heat this other side up red hot, get that off of there. These bearings are probably around 10 bucks a side, something give or take. And I don't even have the model number for this mower anyway, but it's just getting to the point of, you know, we're not even getting into the mower, it's the engine yet. And already between the cables and these bearings and the time spent and everything, I'm gonna have 40, 50 bucks wrapped up in this thing. And like I said, that's before we even start on the engine. This deck just is not worth it. It's sadly, you know, you gotta call it some days. I was gonna just scrap this whole video, but I figured I'd show this, you know, I know there's a lot of guys here that have repair shops themselves, yeah, but there's other people that are, you know, watching it just to see what goes on and everything. So, you know, I think you gotta show the good with the bad. Not every video is gonna end with a good running mower or a functioning whatever, you know. So, but we are not going to end 2024 on a bad note. I do have one more revival coming. It's not a mower, but I'm doing something for a friend actually that they don't even know about. So that's gonna be a good coming video. We're gonna start on that this afternoon. And also, just as a sneak peek, I'll let you know, we have another Murray here that's actually older than this one. That mower actually belongs to me, and we are going to fix that mower at all cost. We're not pulling any stops on it. So we'll be back with that also, and yeah, we've got a host of other things too. But anyway, I hope you liked what you saw in this video anyway, and we'll see you on the next one. So have a good day. Bye-bye.